morning. I had or I have a few things on my mind that I wanted to share and get out, and a couple questions. I mean, because I'm not always right. I mean, I have my own perception on different things that I go through, but of course, you want to be open. I want to be open to criticism because I want to get better. I want to grow. So, um, tell me if I'm wrong. But I learned a long time ago that you can't, or it's not worth it to try to change, especially a grown person, another grown person, a person that's already been raised and already been that's pretty much, I wouldn't say set in their ways because I don't believe in that term. I believe that we can all that something, it might not be another person, it might be an event, but there's something out there that can change everyone. You know, um, and nothing is unchangeable. We everything is changing around us. So everything and everyone. So, but anyway, I learned a long time ago that it's not worth it to change another person, but to change and adapt yourself to a situation, a friendship, a relationship. If there's something you don't like that a person is doing, to A, remove yourself from that interaction. B, if you think it's worth working on, to talk with them about it. See if they'll change it without you having to go the route of showing, giving them a taste of their own medicine because nobody likes to be in a tit for tat situation. Um, but sometimes when you talk with a person and you let them know that you don't like certain things, sometimes they just have excuses for why they are doing what they're doing, or not excuses, but validations or justifications or whatever you want to call it. You know, just and they want to stick with it. So then you have to show them why you don't think it's fair for them to act the way they acted. So, you know, and we all have this interaction happens in friendships, in relationships, in all type, in marriages, in within family members. You lend family members money, you lend friends money, and they don't want to pay it back. So then you have to. I mean, I would never ask to borrow money from a friend. I would, you know, but but you somehow you have to become unreliable, and then you have to like bring that up, like, well, this is how I felt when, because sometimes people just don't understand when you're explaining it to them. They blow it off. You know what I'm saying? Or they, so my question to you is it wrong for me to give people a taste of their own medicine? Because I've had people call me their enemy, and I don't look at it like that when they blow me off or when they treat me a certain way. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like we don't see eye to eye. We I wouldn't have handled the situation like that. And I am understanding to people having different approaches to things. But when I react to people's bullshit, I'm the enemy, and I don't understand that because it's like, how could you have purposely blew me off? Or maybe you did it subconsciously. How can you do that, knowing you did that? How can you, when I blow you off in return on something that you've asked me to do, why? How am I now your enemy? Were you my enemy from the beginning when you blew me off? Well, I mean, why are you a higher priority? You and your wants and your request a higher priority than mine. I just don't understand. I don't understand how people operate and why. How can I ever trust a person like? How can you ever trust a person that you think may always hold themselves as more of a priority than you? How can you ever have love for a person like that? How can you? I just don't understand. It's to me, it's selfish. It's self-centered. No matter how you look at it, and no matter what the request is, if you want to be respected, and you and your request want to be respected, and this is how I operate. If you and your request want to be respected by me, then in return, I got to get that same respect, and I don't. And the thing used to be like that, but being in one-handed front relationships, one-sided friendships, one-sided relationships, where I'm the only one calling, I'm the only one buying shit, I'm the only one doing this and that. It becomes a situation where it drains it, and I love seeing other people happy, but it gets to the point where and it really does feed my ego. It makes me feel like I'm holding another person down. It feeds my ego. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel like a man when I can provide. When I can provide for my family, my friends, and everybody around me. I consider myself very blessed. However, no one wants to feel like they're being used. So that's my question. My question is, how would you handle a situation like this where, where you feel like your requests and demands in a relationship or a friendship are not being met, are always being blown off, and yet this person wants their demands and to be first priority? How would you handle that situation?